Hey guys, it's me, Tisha Michelle, a proud member of Pan Society. Thank you so much for taking time to stop and watch this video. Today I wanted to talk to you about the power of imagination. A couple weeks ago, I had the urge to start a book club. So I started an online book club and I put it out there to Facebook, and I had some people join it and then some people in it that they reposted it and stuff. So I think we have about 17 people in there. And I was going to pick this book and I was all for it, but then something was saying, no, look again. So I'm scrolling through Amazon, just scrolling through, and then this book picks me. And it's called The Sweetness of Forgetting. So I'm reading it and all, and it's not a book that I would normally go to, right? But that's the whole point of this book club. So I created it just to have some type of diversity and just to practice in of opening up and trying different things, right? So the book picks me. Um, Read the little thing and stuff. And I was like, okay, cool. So we get all started, and we all are reading it. Well, a majority are reading it, and everybody's posting how good this book is, and I'm like, oh my god, it's so good. And I actually finished it yesterday. A couple people finished it already. That's how good it was that we're halfway through. Well, we're more than halfway through the month. Anyhow, in this book, I traveled to Massachusetts, I traveled to Paris, I traveled to New York, and a couple other places like along the way, all in a matter of a couple of days. That's how good that book was. So as I'm reading this book, I'm in Paris with her. I'm in New York with her. I'm in Massachusetts with her. When she stops at the gas station along the way between Massachusetts and New York, I'm there too. And I'm in this. The visions are very clear. I know what each character looks like. I'm just using my imagination, and I'm so lost into this book that every time I read it, I was no longer Tisha. I was, you know, whoever, I was Tisha. Well, back up. I was Tisha. I just wasn't here in Richmond, Virginia. I was there with them. I'm smelling, I could literally smell the pastries and the cakes and everything that, because it's based around like a bakery. And when they would describe it, I could smell it when they said, oh, you can smell the sweetness of this, of that. And I can smell it, just the imagination. And, it's so interesting because I'm like, if we can get lost, I hear a lot of people say, "Oh, I got lost in the book," and I get it. And you can get lost in that book, and you can read those words and imagine yourself in Paris with her, in New York, in Massachusetts. You're in the bakery. You can smell it. You're having a conversation with the guy that she's talking to, so you want to stand up for her, and you're having this conversation, and you're just really in it. Like, that's the beauty and the power of our imagination. So if you can do that in that book, why can we not do that for ourselves? Why can we not write a letter to ourselves? Write a letter to ourselves of what it is that we want to manifest. What is it that we want to bring more in, right? And just read that and then visualize it. Visualize ourselves there. If you want speaking engagements, right? So can you use your imagination and picture the conversation of the person calling you, right? I talked to a friend of mine, and he told me that's what he did. And when he was repeating this conversation he was having with this guy who was booking him for it, I was so lost into it. I was thinking that happened, but he was giving me an example of what it is that he is doing with his imagination to bring in this speaking, opportunity. And I thought that was fantastic because it was no difference than me reading this book that someone else had wrote. So we are the author of our lives, right? So why don't we write our story, write our book, and then we read it, and we imagine it until it manifests into a physical form. Like, the power of imagination is amazing. So the whole point that I'm saying is get clear on what you want, right? We talked about that before. But visualize it. Imagine it. Use your imagination to take you exactly where it is that you want to be, where you feel like you're calling, and see all of that. And the more you go deep into imagining that, the more you'll actually manifest it into its physical form. you know? So try it. You know, what do you want to use your imagination for? Right. So again, thank you so much for taking time to watch this video. I really, really do appreciate it. If you want to learn more about Pan Society, just click the links below. If you want to learn more about myself and how else you can connect with me, also click below. Until next time, bye.